A film is successful or unsuccessful. This kind of film, a reality film, not a fantasy film, is successful because of the writing. No matter who directs it, no matter who acts in it, is not going.
Between these two characters, Lincoln Rhyme, played by Denzel Washington, Amelia Donaghy, played by Angelina Jolie.
It was a story that interested me because it was a relationship film. It was also a film that was part mystery and part thriller. It had many, many, many elements that I have never seen put together in this way. And it dealt with a heroic figure, a hero in this film that has never been done. In all of the films that I make, with two great actors, and Denzel is one of them. Denzel is really a great actor. He's an artist.
Martin Bregman and myself, we sort of talked and we said, you know what? Someone has got to be able to play this who's a really, really fine actor, because he can't move from here up. So it's got to be the voice, the eyes, the mind that's seen working. He's playing a very intelligent guy.
It's your soul and your instincts and your spirit and your eyes and your mind and your heart and your ears, what you hear. How you react to it then can be physical, if you like, or it can still be physical and not use your arms and legs and shoulders and this part of the body, you know. The expression really is here. I think obviously in the theater, it's broader, so your expression is you use your entire body, less so in film.
Tremendous range for comedy, for drama, for action, and straight relationship type scenes.
She's just very, very engaging and, young and full of piss and vinegar, and, she's fun to be around,
When Marty Bregman and Philip called me, they said, we got this girl, you got to see her, you're going to love her, she's great. And they were right. I saw Gia, the film Gia that she did for HBO, and it's obvious that she's a very, very fine actress.
I just feel like this little kid that they've opened up Disneyland for me, and I can run through and get on every ride. I can't even believe that I'm part of this, and that there are we've got these streets blocked off, and we're getting in there, and I'm racing up in this car 70 miles an hour and running out, and we're getting suited up in gear, and there's a SWAT team, and we're breaking through things and blowing manhole covers, and it's like, it's huge, and I'm in it, and I'm just blown away.
Before he went into a series where he played a character that was basically a comedic character. But Ed O'Neill is a fine actor. Actually, he's a brilliant actor who is a very experienced actor. And he brought a sense of reality to this film in the character that he plays, which is a tough New York cop.
I just try to entertain myself. I try to do it as well as I can, and then I really just go scene by scene, and then the project's done, and then I hope it turns out well, and then usually I'm disappointed, and then I go and try another one, and it's just, I don't know what I'm doing. I like the actual doing of the things, I get a kick out of it, and meeting the people and all that, and of course the money's fine, and that's what I do. But I don't look off into this, oh, maybe, someday I'll win an Oscar. I don't think...
A couple of nurses on set, initially from the rehearsals in New York on up here to Canada, and on set all the time that we're doing these scenes, to basically keep everyone aware of the technical things that should be in place. At the end of the day, we're shooting a movie, not a documentary, so it won't be exactly like it might be in real life, but it'll be pretty close. But it was not just important for the technical side of it, it was important for the relationship side of it, because it's hard for someone who wants to be alone but can't. You know what I mean? So there's a way that we have to play this relationship so that it's comfortable, that you're used to it, that it appears as though everyone is used to their situation. And that relationship, that bond is something that I could only get from asking someone who really does that.
A friend of mine, Bo Dietl, who is a former, very famous New York City detective, brought to us a forensic expert named Hal Sherman. Hal Sherman is one of the leading forensic cops in the country, if not in the world. He was there in every forensic scene that we did.
Well, we had a great expert on the film. I don't know if you remember, there was a guy who was looking for the print on the Matchbox. He's a forensic scientist who's done some of the biggest cases in New York. So he was always there, you know, and I'm the guy with 1,000. Well, how does that work? Well, what do you do? Well, why do you do that? Well, when would you do that? Well, why wouldn't you, ask? So he loves talking about it. So, we got to look at some really interesting cases.
Get in his or her eyesight, and you stay there in order not to inconvenience them. So we've shot those scenes quite realistically, just as they would be played, except hopefully there's a kinetic that comes from Denzel Washington's character's mind, which is alive, electric, running at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And so hopefully there's an energy that comes, that reverberates off him and ricochets around the room and off all the people and back to him like a machine gun that's firing. And then when we get outside, instead of being static, instead of being enclosed, suddenly we open up and we get, here is Nassau Street. Over here is the stock exchange.
It's enormous. I mean, it's more or less like army troop movements. I mean, we have hundreds of people. We have close to 300-400 extras.
I was talking to Philip and I said, so what is it? There's a camera. There's one camera, he's being really helpful in teaching me about things. And he said, there's a camera there and you're gonna drive into it. And I saw the shot and it's this great shot and we're driving up and I'm racing and he said, and then there are the other two cameras. And I said, where are the other two cameras? I was in the back seat, like every other, you think, well, maybe he put it on the side, then one on the other side. And he said, well, you see that building? There's one on the 21st floor. And then, and I just started laughing. He was like, oh, come on. He said, no. And there's one on the 60th floor there. And I really thought he was kidding. I thought, I knew he was out of his mind, but not to that extent.
Film is a terrific visual sensibility, which is important in this kind of film.
Philip is intense. He's very funny. He's a hard worker. He works too hard. I had no idea he's only a year or two older than me, because he's wearing himself out.
Well, he's a very passionate guy. He's a very, very, very involved in every aspect of the production, and the guy is fanatical.
There's a method to his madness, but it's mad. It's completely mad. But he is, and he's one of the most interesting people. Yeah, but he's great. He's just great.
He kind of has a bigger picture, rather the entire picture in mind. And kind of covers all the bases in a way. And it's really just a great crew that surrounds him. I mean, he's got an excellent cinematographer and cameramen who are making it look exactly how it needs to look for it to, keep its intensity and move. It really moves. I like Philip. He's a nut.
A director has a wonderful advantage because they can sit back and watch all the performers. And for me, on this movie, it was like having a front row on a different Broadway show each day, a front row seat. Because each one of them is just amazingly talented. And it seemed as though we were able to create a certain chemistry on the set where they seemed to dance around each other. So going to work was, quite inspirational every day, and I always looked forward to what I was going to be a party to, what I was going to be a witness to. As a director, putting myself, I guess, as a director should do, in the audience's seat.